Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning to me. Good afternoon to those in Europe and other places and in Africa. How is everybody doing? I haven't seen you guys since last week. It's a new week, it's a new month. Happy November. What do they call today? I'm not a Catholic, but I know it's Saints' Day. Happy Saints' Day for those who are Catholics. And for me, my happy anniversary. I've been married for some few years now. So, yes, it's my anniversary today. I'm going to be celebrating later and extend it to the weekend, probably. Yeah. So, for those who are coming across me for the first time, my name is Betty Small, and my page, as you guys can see over there, it's called Learn and Grow with Betty Small. That is my page. You can find me over there for more content. I do come here on Amaz Manson's Network on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those are the times that you can find me here. From time to time, you may get a replay, okay? If you don't find somebody answering right away, it's probably a replay. But yeah, we try to keep the content flowing for you guys here. And yeah, there's quite a few of us that come on this channel to talk to you guys about different topics that are of interest. So choose whatever aligns with you and enjoy. And hopefully you can get something that motivates you, that inspires you, um, that gets you on the right path. If you are going down the wrong path, or if you are going on the right path, it motivates you to keep doing what you're doing, you know? So today we are going to talk about some of these emotions that can help to turn our life around. And if you guys can remember, I've given this story a couple times here. For me to end up on Amma Manson's network, I came across Amma at a time in my life where I had it. Okay. I had it. I don't know about you guys, but there comes a time in life you just feel like, this is not working anymore. Something has to come up, something has to work, something has to give. Whether it's in terms of your career, whether it's in terms of your relationships, whether it's your finances and they're just not going the way you were, or the plans that you had in place, your goals, you are not hitting them like the way you thought you would, all these things. It just come to a point whereby you're just like, I can't continue like this. So as you guys know, I'm a nurse by profession. Of course, I love what I do. It's a very noble profession, and we help people get better so they can get back to their normal life. And so I've done it for over a decade now. I've enjoyed what I've done, but then it also gets to a point whereby you ask yourself, okay, what else? You get your certifications, you climb up the ladder, and but you just feel like you're not there yet, you know? And you just have to start finding ways of filling that gap. Because for me, I was just feeling like, okay, this is not cutting it for me. Between having a full-time job and having a per diem job slash as needed job that I would pick up hours as needed. It seemed, a pretty good idea there for a while, because I would tell myself, oh, okay, this is full time, that's fine. I know that's guaranteed money. And then I'm like, okay, if I have needs, I can, go to my per diem job and pick some hours, right? So the challenge with that is it just gets to a point whereby you just feel like it's like every time you need some extra money, that means you have to go get some shifts, pick up some shifts. And sometimes, honestly, If you're like a true human being like me, you just don't feel like it. Sometimes your body doesn't just feel like it. And so you have to start figuring out other ways that you can not only make income, but how do you make your future better? How do you make generational wealth? How do you live a superb life? You know, if you've been living a life and you just feel like this is not the kind of life that you envision for your future, then these are the emotions that I want to evoke in you today. You know, um, sometimes it takes somebody telling your story. Sometimes it takes you hearing somebody's plight. Sometimes it takes visualizing, you know, a certain situation that is completely out of hand or something like that. But different situations will evoke these emotions in us that will then trigger us to start thinking of other ways of what is it, what else can we do to make things better. You know, I remember one time I took care of this patient. It was a very young lady, very young, in her 40s. She had a teenager and another child that was under 10. And this lady had just found out that she had cancer, you know, one of those very aggressive cancers. I'm not talking about breast cancer or anything like that. Breast cancer is very manageable these days, but it was one of those internal, very aggressive cancer. And within a very short span of time, they just gave her, you know, a couple months, 2 to 3 months. And I remember that patient vividly because she helped put things in perspective for me. She evoked this emotion in me, um, not only of sadness, but also what else can I do? You know, it made me like to evaluate my life and figure out, do I have things in order? Are there other things that I can do, you know, in case I wasn't around? Would my kids be okay? I mean, of course, I know they have their father, but apart from them missing me physically, do I have systems in place that can replace my income, you know, so that my kids are able to live at least almost the same life that they were living before me living, you know? So, yeah, every once in a while, you know, you come across some sad situations that, you know, helps put things in perspective. And so today I want to evoke some of those emotions. And like I say, it could be an event that happened in your life or somebody else's life that really gets you thinking like, is this the kind of life that you really wanted to live? Is this the kind of life that you wanted to establish for yourself, for your family, for your kids, for your, you know, the future generations to come? You know, the same way our grandparents and our parents were able to do what they did. What is that? Thank you for blocking that. I appreciate that. The same way our parents, grandparents were able to do stuff for us that was able to be passed down in generation, the same way we're supposed to try and do the same for our kids so they can also pass it down the generation. So yeah, so sometimes there's these emotions that get invoked in us and it puts you in motion. It gets you thinking like, okay, do I have everything in order? You know, what if I die? What would happen to my family? What if we lose this income? What if you become disabled? What if you get in an accident and you're not able to go to work? um, Sometimes I've seen cases where people say they lose hearing, they lose sight, and they're not able to do their normal everyday activities. They're not able to go to work and bring in the income that they were bringing before. So my question to you is, do you have systems in place that can help your family should anything happen to you? Okay. One of those emotions that I'm going to evoke for you guys today is the emotion of disgust. Disgust. Have you ever been disgusted in your life? Something happened in your life that you just felt like, like, you just can't. Um, are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Are you tired of not even being able to put food on your table? Are you tired of not being able to help, you know, like your parents? If, say, for example, your parents are getting older, and you're not even able to help them, all these things. Do you feel disgusted about some situation in your life? That is one important emotion that can really get your ball rolling in terms of turning your life around. Disgusted. Think in your life, think of a situation, think of an event that made you feel disgusted with the way things are going. You feel like you're living like a mediocre life. That is not the life you had envisioned for yourself. And you guys remember, like, the power to change anything, the power to change our lives completely 100% lies within us. You know, of course, there is God. You ask for life, you ask for good health, and you put your mind, your hands, and everything to work, and God will bring everything to completion. But everything is completely in your hands, 100% your responsibility. So, yeah, I want to evoke that emotion of disgusted. What is it that you are so disgusted with in your life? Like you feel you have reached a point of no return. When you go ask your friends for money or your family members for money, and you have a dire need and they're not able to help, um, what do you do? What do you do? Or what have you done for those who have experienced that and they have done something about that emotion? What were you able to do? If there's anybody here, you guys feel free to comment so that we can have a discussion on this. So yeah, disgust can evoke those emotions of, feeling like enough is enough. You can't live like this anymore, and you just need to do something different. And you want to make use of that emotion at that time. This is not an emotion that is going to cause you to go, start going ballistic and causing damage. This is an emotion that gets you to sit down and really evaluate things through and figure out what it is that you can do different, you know? All right. Another emotion that I'm going to evoke in you guys is the emotion of desire. When you desire something so bad, like you want it and you want it now, um, there are people who want nice houses, people who want nice cars, people who want to be able to travel the world, people who want to be able to help the less fortunate. You have this desire that you feel like you want to be able to fulfill, but because of your financial status, you're not able to. Okay. So that strong desire for something is a very good emotion because it puts your mind right to work and you start asking yourself, what can I do? When you have a strong desire towards something, you have no choice but to go for it, you know. And really desire comes from the inside. People can tell you, desire this, desire that, but unless the emotion comes from deep down inside you, it may not be able to propel you forward like you think. But when you have it deep within you, that strong desire, it could be, um, whatever event that happened in your life or something that you really aspire to do. Like for me, I really wish I could be able to help the less fortunate. I have um, cousins and other kids from the village where I come from that are not able. They are not financially able even to take their kids to school. Um, they are not able to provide the basic needs. I wish I have that desire to be able to lend that help and not to feel like, somebody has to refund me back or to pay me back for doing that. Yeah. So that's one desire that, I mean, that's one emotion that I ride on, because it propels me to do what I need to do in order for me to be able to help the people that need help, in order for me to travel the world like I want to travel, in order for me to, um, I don't know. But yeah, um, the being disgusted and also having a strong desire, those two emotions. Emotion number three is decision making. So we have a tendency as human beings of not only procrastinating, but not being able to make a decision, especially when you come to a fork. It could be a two prong, three prong, four prong, and you just kind of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should go to school. I don't know if I should pick a second job. I don't know if I should get a nanny or not. You know, you just don't know. Oh, excuse me. You just don't know what decision to take. What I can tell you in brief is it's better to make a decision and fail than not to make one and just stand at the crossroads. That is the worst thing that you can do to yourself, because one, you're wasting time, and you wouldn't know if the option that you are planning to take or you're taking is going to work unless you give it a chance. If you sit there or stand at the crossroads and start looking for reasons why none of those options is going to work, you're going to find an option. You're going to find a reason why none of those options is working. Okay. So my advice is go with your gut feelings and go with that one option that you feel the best about. You may not feel 100%, you know, okay about it, but at least your intuition says, okay, take this path. Take it and see how it goes. Sometimes you may fall flat. It's okay. It's okay. You get up and you try the next path. If you fail again, you get up and you try the next path. So that is one thing that I've learned, because I used to be a big procrastinator, a big um, person that always used to find a reason why option A is not going to work, option B is not going to work for me, and neither is option C going to work for me. So I've learned, or rather, I'm learning to just go with one option. Go with it and see what happens to it. Okay, so when you come to that point of making a decision, please don't hesitate too long. Make a decision either way, good or bad. Find out the result. If it's not good, go back and try to um, figure out something else. Okay, and make a decision one way or the other. Make a decision. Pick something. Um, the fourth emotion is called resolve. Resolve. The other two words that go with this emotion of resolve is I will. I will. That's like giving yourself that guarantee, like, okay, no matter what, I will. I'll give you guys as myself as an example. So before, I used to like to use the word "I'll try." You know, if somebody asks me to do something, oh, I'll try. Um, but when you say try, that doesn't mean that you actually want to do it. It's kind of like an excuse in the sense that if if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, then they can't place the blame on you because guess what? You said you try. But when you commit and you resolve to do something, okay, you just say I will. If it's following up with some coworker, you just say, okay, I will do this. I will follow up with my work coworker. If it's exercising, and I don't like going to the gym, no. If it's exercising and trying to and eating right, not trying to eat right and eating right, that's what you want to do. You want to eliminate the word, for me at least. I try to eliminate. There you go again. I am working on eliminating the word trying from my vocabulary, because trying, when I say trying, then that means you can't place the responsibility on me if that thing didn't work. But I'll take the credit if it works. You know what I mean? So, yeah, resolve means like you will, no matter what. Okay. For example, so you can't put a time limit on how long it takes a child to walk. Under normal circumstances, Um, some kids walk as early as 8 months, 9 months. Some may take up to a year. Some may take a little over a year. But one thing I like about mothers never give up on their children. They resolve to stand by their babies. So you can't put a timeline of when their child is going to start walking. You're going to let the child be the child, and they're going to walk when they walk. So, in the same way, be relentless and resolve that you will follow through, whatever that is. You know, if it's with working your finances out, if it's working your relationship out, if it's advancing in your career, just resolve that you will and not try. Okay, at least I'm not trying to use I'm not trying to use the word try anymore, because yeah, try just takes out the responsibility, and then I feel like I don't have to do it anymore. Yeah, so those are the four emotions that I wanted to evoke in you guys today. And for those who already know what I'm talking about and you felt these emotions and they've propelled you to um, making better decisions and making progress in your life, well and good. Okay. But for those who have not, take advantage of those emotions when you feel them. When you feel disgusted, ask yourself, why are you really disgusted with the situation? And when you attack the situation when it's nice and fresh, you're able to put things in perspective, and you're able to make a decision. And like we said again, don't linger too long on two paths, not deciding which way to go. Pick one and go. Okay. And resolve. Tell yourself that you will, no matter what. You will. Because you can. Sometimes you just need somebody else to tell us that, and it starts making sense. But when it's you telling yourself, sometimes it doesn't. But when somebody does, it does. So yeah, um, just be more mindful and read your body, read your emotions. Um, when you become disgusted, try to find out what it is that is making you so disgusted. When you have a strong desire, ask yourself, why do you have such a strong desire? What is this desire that you have in you? And because of this strong desire, what is it that you're willing to do? And how far you're willing to go for that? Okay. And then, of course, we talked about decision. If you have a decision to make, don't linger on the fork too long then you have to make a decision and move on. And you resolve to tell yourself you will, not you'll try, but you will. Where there is a will, there is a way, guys. Okay? So let us utilize those emotions that we feel and let's not take it out on other people. Uh, the tendency is we don't like to take any kind of responsibility. Any emotions that we have, we like to pass it on to somebody else and say it's because of the other person. That is why I'm feeling this emotion. So we are learning to take responsibilities for our own selves and for the emotions that we feel. And if there is something that we can do about that emotion that can propel us and make us to help us to make better decisions, help us make progress in our life, then that's what it is. That's what it is. So the question is, you want to ask yourself, how long are you going to work to make your dreams come true? How long? Kind of like how we said, how long do you wait for a baby to walk? It's all up to you. It's completely in your hands because it's as long as it takes. As long as it takes for that baby to walk, that's how long we're going to wait. As long as it takes to work on your dreams, that's how long you're going to take. But the most important thing is start working on it. Let these emotions stir you and get the ball rolling on the right direction. We are talking about progress. We are talking about getting ourselves financially situated in better situations. We are talking about leaving a legacy for our families, for our kids, and for the people around us. Okay, we are talking about leaving a mark in the world. Um, we just didn't come here in this world to live here and go just like that. I don't believe that. Personally, I don't believe that. I believe that there's a reason why God put me in this world. And so while I'm here, it's my desire and prayer to know what it is that I was placed on this earth for. And at least let me be able to do that before my time comes. Okay. So I hope that you can gain something from here today. And whenever you come across or you feel those emotions in you, if you feel disgust, if you're feeling like you need to make a decision, if you're feeling like you have this desire in your heart, you just resolve to making that change that you want to change. When you feel that emotion, when it's nice and fresh, if you wait too long, the other self will tell you, oh, you don't have to. You're fine. Everything will be fine. That was just temporary. Then you go right back into your comfort zone and you continue with the rat race. And then you still go back and be mad and upset, you know. So, yeah, um, do something different. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, you get the same results. Nothing is going to change until you do something different. And it's all on you. All right, good people. I love you so much. I don't see anybody here today. Um, but the video is going to be saved on here. So whoever comes later to watch, you are so welcome on this channel. Again, if you're coming across me for the first time, my name is Betty Small. My page is Learn and Grow with Betty Small. When you don't find me here, you can find me on my page. We have some more content over there. If you find this, if it resonates with you, we have more of this where this comes from. Okay. Otherwise, I wish you guys to have a good afternoon, good morning for those who are waking up. And I will see you guys again on Thursday. Okay. Happy November 1st. I'm going to go get ready for my, what do you call it? I'm going to go out with my husband later on today. and then we have something for the weekend. So I can't stay here any longer. But I look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Um, have a good afternoon. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.